Good morning, everyone. I welcome you today to today's session in Singh Teaches AI. The session name is sorting. Now, what is sorting? How it is done? Its implications, uh, how we do it in coding, everything about sorting. In the very first video, we will talk about bubble sort, what bubble sort is, how we do it, uh, how it is different from other sorting mechanisms, what other sorting mechanisms are. While we were in school or colleges, sometimes the teacher would ask us to stand in queue, and that queue has to be ordered. So obviously, no one likes unordered things or which are not in a sequence. So even teachers are humans, so they would ask us stand in a line in a proper queue, height wise. So height wise is ascending order. If it is, if the same row is rotated or it's asked to just rotate 180 degrees. So 180 degree means now it's sorted, just opposite. Now it is higher height to lower height. So it's decreasing order. So sorting could be increasing order or decreasing order based upon the conditions that we need to follow. We'll talk about bubble sort first. In this class, we'll talk about bubble sort, what bubble sort is, why it is called bubble sort. We'll answer all these questions. Let me use my screen for you to understand. So we are taking an example of, say, the sequence that we are going to use is 2, 5, 3, 1, 4. You all agree that these are not in a sequence. What the sequence should be, the sorted sequence should be. The sorted sequence, as far as I understand, should be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Now, to make this unordered sequence into ordered one, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, we have certain algorithms that we can use, specifically bubble sort for this one. So if we start from the very first, if we compare the first two, this one and this one, you understand that you understand that when we compare these two, 2 is obviously less than 5. So when we compare these two and we see 2 is less than 5, all right. So 2 is less than 5 if we compare these both. So would there be any change? There won't be any change because 2 is obviously less than 5. In next sequence, when 5 is compared to 3, when 5 is compared to 3, obviously since 5 is having bigger length or the bigger value, if I talk about height, it is having bigger length. And if we talk numerically, it's having more value than 3. So comparing these two, 5 will be shifted to the next position, which is third position. We call this shift as swapping. So now these got swapped. It's 2, 3, 5, 1, 4. Similarly, when 5 is compared to 1, they are again swapped. 5 is now compared to 1, and 5 is again bigger than 1, swapped again. So here 5 is bigger than 1. It's swapped again. The new sequence will become 2, 3, 1, 5, and 4. So we see there's still a possibility of a swap between these two. 5 is bigger than 4. So these can be swapped so that 5 comes in the last. It's in its actual place. You see 5 is at the last here. Now the sequence becomes 2, 3, 1, 4, 5. Now you understand why bubble sort? Just like the bubbles in the water, they come up at the surface, the bigger bubble. So here, 5 acts that bubble. It's now at the end or surface of the water. That's the name bubble sort. So one one element of the list or one element in the item list, it's at the end. We call it first pass. So this is called first pass. Similarly, when all other, so second pass is 4 is at its place, so we'll miss it. Second pass is 4 is at its place, that would be second pass. Third pass, any guesses? Those who have guessed, they are right. Next would be, now since 4 and 5 are sorted, we'll take into consideration the rest of the digits, the rest of the members of this list. These are sorted. I'm not taking these into account. Now, from the first again, 2, 3. 2 is obviously less than 3, no change. So if we compare these two, there's no change. 2 and 3, no change. But as soon as in the next step, we compare, now we compare 2, 3, 1, 4, 5. Now we compare 3 with 1. As soon as we compare 3 with 1, we get to know that 3 is bigger than 1. So swapping takes place. Now it becomes 2, 1, 3, 4, 5. This is the third pass because now 3 is also at its place. One more shift, one more swapping between these two, 2 and 1 will make it 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, which is our, this is called our final pass. So if you see, the final pass is list of elements is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and we were having first pass, second pass, third pass, and fourth pass. Because the last pass is not possible, they are sorted. So we have total passes for 5 elements. The number of passes were n minus 1. Do let me know if you have questions. First pass here, where number 5 got at its place, its final place, that was first pass. Second pass was 4 at its final place. Third pass was 3 at its final place. So this is third. Fourth and the last final passes when these two are sorted and we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So for 5 elements, we were having 4 passes. which could be generalized as for n elements, we have n minus 1 passes. So if I ask you about seven elements, you know it's 6 passes and so on. So this is the basic understanding of bubble sort, but we just don't do basic understanding. We play with codes also. So let's see how we can use bubble sort in a code. We will use Google Colab for that. Let's start coding. We are coding for bubble sort. All right, for bubble sort, let's take a list. I'm taking the same elements. List was containing elements 2, 5, 3, 1, 4. So these are the members of list. Now, what is the length of the list? If I say n is the length of list, here it is 5. I will track it using this function. Now, one loop which will be tracking. So one loop that will be tracking all this, we will call it outer loop, which will track the passes. So here for I, where I is the variable in which we are storing. So you understand the variable thing in our previous classes. The range we are using is from 1 n. So we are using entire range. Now when we talk about the inner loop, we need something to compare, right? Inner loop, what is the inner loop containing? The inner loop is containing the elements with which it has to be compared. So let's see here for j in range, n minus I, because if n is the last element, and we know when n is the last element, we know that for n elements we have n minus 1 passes, and this is what we are using for uh, passes. The inner loop is for passes. So n minus 1, sorry, n minus I, because I would be the last thing, I is getting updated. J is comparing 1 minus this I thing. So total number of elements are n, and we'll subtract minus this part from it. So for j in range n minus I, if our list, if our list Lj is Lj plus 1, we have to swap. So if our list j is greater than j plus 1, how will the swapping happen? We will swap using Lj j plus 1, correct? I'll also like to print in my result that we are doing it after bubble sort. So there might be some issues in the indentation here. Let's see if there are. Yes. So let's indentation part line 9 is this one only. For I in range 1n, for I in range jn minus 1, for j in range. Okay, the syntax I missed. Indentation level is not. Okay, what if I put like this? Will it work? Okay, let me see what error is. We are swapping here for LJ should work. Input line 15 is this. Expected an in block after if statement. So what I generally do if I do not get these indentation things, I will simply go back and enter and it will sort it out. Now you see after bubble sort, the result is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, which is exactly what we wanted. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Is there any way in Python where we can do it easily? Answer is yes. There is a Python function with the name sort with which these things can be easily sorted. Let's see. Again, L we are taking, what was it? 2, 5, 3, 1, 4. So the function that we are going to use is L dot sort and print. Let's see if it sorts the list, it sorts it. If I want to have a similar field, I will just add and the result would be same. So rather than writing the entire code in loops, I will simply use sorting. But this was to make you understand the fundamentals that we have covered till now. But if you are in a hurry or you know about sorting function, then this is just a 2-line code. So again, as the ritual, if you like what you are being taught, do not forget to like, share, subscribe the channel so that others could also enjoy the free lessons. And we build an AI community. So again, free of cost. So with that, I'll take your leave. Till we meet next time, keep learning, stay safe. Bye bye.